Welcome back to Newbie for Hire and another ARK motorboat guide. This motorboat is once again a industrial forged motorboat. It's a single industrial forge on the back of the raft. It's of course a full base inside. It's loaded with turrets for Peevers P defense. This is once again an official Peevers P build, so you can build it on official servers. You may recall I had two previous industrial forge designs. Those ones had the forge on the front. This one's on the back. I made two designs this time again. I started with this first design you're looking at. I wasn't particularly... I was happy with it, but I wasn't super happy with it. This one's got a little flat spot here where you could land your ankylo or bird or whatever you're mining metal with. Then you go inside. You've got a smithy up there to access. It's got a forge. It's got a chem bench. It's got smithies next to the industrial forge, you know, all the normal stuff that you need, fabricator, whatnot. And the exit is on the front here, with of course ramps leading to the water. Anyway, I thought it was a little too big, a little too clunky, so I went back to the drawing board and I made this one, which is the one I'm going to be doing the build for right now. If you want to see the other one, put something in the comments and I'll make a video on that one. Otherwise, I probably don't plan on making a video for this one, because I think this one's just superior in general, but you know, who knows, people have different tastes. This one is a lot more compact. It uses far fewer pieces. I usually use up all the pieces. This one has 9 leftover pieces, so you can do other stuff. This industrial grill is not actually part of the design. I just added that on the back in case you wanted an industrial grill. You could put one there, or you could put one here in this place. I won't be putting that. If I build it, I don't really care for an industrial grill. I don't think it's necessary. And I'd rather have more guns or more other things. But if you want an industrial grill, you can put them, because there aren't, like I said, 9 extra pieces, which isn't included in this grill, plus ceiling and ladder, so that takes up 4 of the pieces. But you've got 9 pieces to do whatever you want with on this particular build. It's got ramps here on the side to get in. Yeah, right inside the door you got the cryo fridge, the regular fridge. It's got the preserving bin. I put these campfires, those are actually part of the 9 pieces. It's got chemistry bench, it's got guns inside here, guns back over here. It's got a walled off generator. I don't even know if that's necessary anymore. It's got a smithy here, fabricator here, bunk bed there, and then up here you can reach. I'm going to actually put the smithy hanging over the side. That was a mistake I made while first building it, but it won't be that way in the video. I got another smithy up here, smithy. These ones will be hanging over a little bit like I mentioned, so you could reach them from below. And then we got the hatch frame to get to the ceiling or the roof. And then we got some Plan X, more turrets, Plan X, and then of course turrets on the back. Here's our industrial forge. You can see the overall design. It's much more compact than that one. I assume people wanted the grill on the back because they felt like it got in the way of their driving. So as you can see, this one, it doesn't. I never really found it was too much of an obstruction, even on the front, but in case you didn't like it, here it is. You can drive pretty good. Not too much construction unless you start, you know, turning away to the sides. But I think it's a pretty good design overall. I'm quite happy with it. Anyway, let's get into the build. All right, you're going to grab a pillar. You can grab the rudder here to place the pillar, or you can just use this little box, which is what I like to do. We're going to place it head on. I'm going to stick it in that box. Then we're going to put a pillar to the left, make sure it's lower, pick that one up, put a new pillar in that place, lower, pick this one up. Then we're going to put a foundation to the right of that one, pick it up, put a pillar in that, put a foundation to the side of it, a little bit lower, pick up that pillar, pick up this foundation, and that's the height of our boat. Now we're going to put 6 foundations down. I'm not going to put 8 yet, because it's going to be easier to place the lower one with only 6. Then we put a pillar in the middle one. And we're going to place the lower one right here. We're going to place it at the lower snap point. Holding down Q sometimes helps with that. Then we're going to pick up this pillar. Then we're going to put these foundations on the edges here at the higher snap point. Just like that. Now we're going to do back from the boat ceilings. And we're going to go with 2 back. You could do this more slowly if you want to make sure you can pick up your pieces. Then we're going to put our foundations under there. This one, make sure it's at the higher snap point. We're going to put our 6 foundations, then we're going to pick up these ceilings. Then we're going to place 2 more ceilings. If we're looking here from the rudder, we're going to place one right here to the left. So it's 1 forward and then to the left. We're going to place 1 more here, like that. Or you could just say 2 off the front. And then we're going to do 3 here. We're going to put floors under all these. And then we're going to do 2 more here, just like that. And then we're going to put floors on them and pick them up. So this is going to be our overall shape, just like this. So overall this is the shape. It's 6 long, 3 wide in the middle, and then 5 wide here. Next we're going to put a doorway. Now we're facing the back of the motorboat. We're going to put a doorway here, make sure it's on the upper part. Then we're going to put a wall here. We're going to put a wall here. Let's make sure it's on the further snap point here. These ones can be a little tricky to place, but we want it in the right spot. And this one, the same thing, we want it on the further back point, you know, the further back foundation, just like that. Then we're going to do walls across here. We're not putting a door in this. Alright, after we place this back wall, we're going to place 2 metal hatch frames, giant metal hatch frames. We're going to place them on the ground here. And we're going to try and place them this, you know, on the further out point. So it's on the outside. It doesn't really matter, but just for aesthetics, we're going to do that. It also, if you forget to place these, is no big deal. You can actually place them under the industrial forge, which is going to go on top of those. Alright, so now we're going to place the industrial forge. You can just pull it through that wall, no problem. I'm going to place a ladder here, just so I can get this straight, because you can't kick cam this one. And we're just going to pull it through the wall, and we're going to center this little steering wheel, whatever this thing is, in our doorway. And then we're going to pull it all the way through the wall as far as we can get it, and just place it. Just like that. I don't know why it wouldn't let me place it at the start, for whatever reason. Anyway, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't actually need the ladder if you don't want. As you can see, I didn't actually use it because I had to move it anyway to get it to place. So that's how we're going to look so far. Next from there, we're going to have a doorway here and a doorway here. Through those doorways, we are going to place our 2 ramps. And we're just going to place them straight off the doorway, not in that other one. So it can be tricky. I got lucky. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Might be easier to face this direction like that. Worked pretty good for me. We're going to go ahead and put doors in these. Next, we're going to place 2 more giant hatch frames, and these we're going to place over here. We're going to place them, again, the furthest out we can get. You see, you got the 2 points. You got the in, and then you got the out. We want the out, just like that. And the other one, same thing. We're going to have the 2 points. We want the out, not the in, just like that. So there we go. Alright, now facing the back, we see these 2 doorways. We're going to go to this doorway. We're going to grab a sloped wall left, and then a sloped wall right, just like that. Then we're going to do the same thing here, sloped wall left, sloped wall right, and then again, one more time, sloped wall left, sloped wall right, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and put slope ceiling, slope ceiling, slope ceiling, 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 slope ceiling, and slope ceiling. Now we're going to do a wall here, a wall on the other side, there, a ceiling here, here, and here, and then a ceiling here, and a ceiling here. And then in the middle of that, we are going to do a trapdoor and the little hatch for it, and then a ladder for this. Make sure we're properly placed. We're good. From here, we're going to place a wall hanging down, and then a wall hanging down from this side. Then we're going to do a wall here on the inside, not the outside, inside foundation, and then a sloped wall left, and we're going to do a wall here on the inside again, and a sloped wall right, and then we're going to do our slope ceilings across here like that, and we're going to remove this wall, not the other one. If we remove this one, it'll take down our whole thing. So we remove that one, we left this one. For our generator, we're going to put a wall here, and we're going to put it on the inside one, or you see there's two snap points. We want it the closer one, the closer foundation. Now we don't need to put these walls. These are we're trapping our generator in here, but it's completely unnecessary. Wall on the inside again, and wall on the inside again. We're going to trap our generator in here. It's not necessary, but I'm choosing to do it because we have a lot of extra pieces. If you wanted to save the pieces, you could save 5 pieces by removing those 3 walls plus the door and doorway. We're going to stick the generator in here. We're going to put the Jenny in here, just kind of push it back. Doesn't have to be all the way back, but it can be all the way back. Just like that. Looking good. We're going to put a straight cable coming off that generator and a box right there, just like that. And then to close it off here, we can put it on the further snap point, the one that's closer to the generator, just like that. And a doorway right there. Now our generator is blocked in. You don't have to block it in if you don't want to. I wanted to. Next we're going to go a ceiling here and a ceiling here. That's almost it for the build. We got one more thing left to do. I used to do it at the beginning, but we're changing things up a little bit because I can't do the floating foundation anymore. So you can still technically, build the floating foundation like I used to do, but it's against their rules. So if someone reported you or you're in a tribe they don't like, they could destroy your boat or wipe you as a result of it. So instead we're going to go pillar down. So instead we're going to pillar down. You could put this from anywhere you want off the boat. I'm going to put it off the back. We're going to put 1 pillar, 2 pillar, 3 pillar, 4 pillar. Then we're going to put a ceiling. Then we're going to go remove the 4th pillar. And now we're going to place our turrets on there. So it takes 2 more pieces than the old floating foundation. Whoops. And because it takes 2 more pieces, I would usually do only 3 turrets on here. Because we have a lot of extra pieces, I can actually do 4 turrets. Oh my goodness. I said before that it was 9 extra pieces, but that was with 3 turrets. So I'm going to put 4, so it's actually 8 extra. Don't worry, these turrets do all reach. I'll just have to restart the generator. So the 2 there, I'm certain reach. If they don't reach, just turn the generator off and turn it back on, and then they'll reach. I normally kit out the inside first, but let's go ahead and turret up first. So from the top, we're gonna put 1 turret at the this is the left hatch frame, and then on the corner, of course, that one will reach as well. I got to turn the generator off and on, and then we're gonna do 1 here, 1 on this corner, of course. 1 on this corner, and then up on the very top we're going to do 1 on this corner, 1 on this corner. I mean basically every corner. You can put them wherever you want. You can even put more than I have because there's so many extra pieces. Like places you might put them that I didn't is you might put them on that corner or that corner. So we've got them here. Now we're going to place our large crop plots for our Plant X, or maybe you want to grow a garden. I don't know. I'm going to build Plan X out of it. I'm going to place 2 there. 2 here. Make sure you're not blocking your hatch frame here in the middle. That's the only relevant thing here. And then 1 here. One on the other side. You know, now that I think about it, I do want to put a gun there. And then we're going to do 1 there. 1 here. And we can do either 2 here or 1 here. I think I had 1 here originally because I didn't want to block the view of my 2 guns that are going in there. But let's go ahead and put a gun here. Make sure it's under this crop plot, not on top of it, or destruction of the crop plot will destroy your gun. Same thing over here. This one I'm pretty sure is on top of my crop plot. It's no big deal. I'll replace that. I gotta go for the aesthetics. I gotta replace this crop plot as well, so that it matches the other side. Then we're gonna go with on the back here by the industrial forge. We're gonna go a gun on this corner, of course. A gun on this corner. 1 here. 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 And we'll have to turn the generator off and on to get these all going, which I will do right now. As you can see, they did all reach. So that's it for the guns. I'm not actually sure how many extra pieces we're going to have in the end. We'll count them out when we're done. We have a couple more guns to do on the inside here. We're going to do 1 poking through here, just as far as we can get it up against there, and then 1 over here, just scooch up against the wall and then push it forward. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, up against the wall here, and do the thing, and then 1 more over here. Same plan. Just like that. Alright, now we're going to start kitting out the beginning. We're going to put our bunk bed as close to this wall as we can. So just put it to the wall and then pull back. Alright, the fabricator we're going to place next to the bunk bed like this. We're going to get kind of in the generator room, and then you can bring it through a little bit, and then as far to the right as you can get it, just like that. You still squeeze through, still get there. Next, we're going to do our smithy in here. We're going to place it as close to the industrial forge as we can get, and we're going to pull it back right there. That's should be the spot. We'll know in a minute if I can't fit everything else. And then we're going to put the cryo fridge right there. Make sure we can get through. We can. The regular fridge right next to it. As close to the smithy as we can get it. Still can fit through. Good. Forgot we're gonna want 1 more ceiling here in the middle. You should be able to jump onto the smithy and then onto the ceiling. If you can't, you can always place a ladder. Like I said, we've got plenty of space. So I'll just place a ladder. I'll go ahead and place a ladder, make it easy for everybody. And then we're going to place smithies here. I made a mistake here because we need to demolish these walls to place the smithy how we want it. So we want this smithy right up against this wall. Man, I can't really see. We want the smithy right up against the wall, but also hanging over the edge a little bit. I think that's the right spot. Perfect. It doesn't have to be right up against the wall, so don't worry too much, because we can only fit 2 here anyway. And we're just going to go ahead and place those walls back again. And then another smithy next to it, also hanging off the edge, just like that, so we can reach it. We're going to do one more smithy up here. I got all mixed around. This one we're going to try and put over the fridge. This one's purely for storage. We can't really reach it from below. I can't really do that. We're just going to put it next to this one. And then the last smithy we're going to put over the top of the generator, just kind of hanging over here. And then I like the idea of an extra bed up here. I think this is one of our pieces though. Put more than one bed if you want. I'm going to put a bed there. And as long as we can still get out of our hatch frame, which we can, we're fine, we're good. Back down below, I did forget one other thing. I forgot my air conditioning, which we're going to put right here into the fabricator, but not blocking our generator. Now we should be able to access our industrial forge, into our smithy, and even into our fabricator. You know, I forgot my chemistry bench, which we actually need to place before we place this preserving bin. So that was a little mix-up. Anyway, to place the chemical bench, we're gonna go by this gun on the right, and we're gonna pull it back until we can place it, and then we're gonna pull it left, and then we're gonna push it forward, just like that. It should be fitting just nicely. Now we can re-put the preserving bin. It should fit here just fine. Okay. Now we're going to put our fire pit here, which wasn't part of our original pieces, so we might be almost close to out of pieces, which is what I like. We're going to put 2 fire pits. Now we're going to put a few guns inside. We're going to put one right here, you know, right by the entrance, and then one here. Whoops, not close enough. One here, just so you can squeeze by. With that gun placement and all, we're out of pieces. We did it perfectly. There it is. That's the final build. Now let's say we wanted that industrial grill on the back. We could take one bed out. We could take these campfires out. We could take these 2 guns off, which weren't part of my original design, although I like them there. And that should give us more than enough to put that'll give us more than enough pieces to put a ceiling here, industrial grill on that ceiling, and then 2 ladders hanging off. It only has to be 1 ladder, but 2 makes it a lot easier to get. So that's a total of 4 pieces required to do that. Anyway, there's quite a few variations you can do because of the extra pieces, which I used up all of them, but you know, they were non-essential pieces, various things that could be mixed around. I liked it the original way I showed you when I was done, but build it however you like, however you feel suits your needs. I hope this serves you well in ARK. And thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.